Yo, 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 yo! Welcome to Questers of Yalpelor. We improvise, we sing every Monday. There's more. It's Dirt and Triss, Grubble and Atlas. All the characters you normally ship and want to kiss. Normally we're 5, today we're 4. I hope you wore your laughing pants for what we have in store. It's Questers. Hey, Questers. Yay! Questers of Yalpelor.
What up, everyone? It's Questers of Yalpelor. Yeah. Questers of Yalpelor is a weekly online improvised adventure game comedy show. My name is Itamar, I'm your host and game master, and I've gathered 4 hilarious improvisers and actors from all over the world to travel through the lands of Yalpelor with me. Tonight we have Matt playing Grubble Bumblin Esquire, a quarterling bubblemancer desperately seeking to reclaim his family fortune. We have Jada playing Triss, a nebulous summoning, who has only recently gained sentience, now gleefully exploring life in Yalpelor with their new friends. We have Taya playing Atlas Darkmoor, not with us tonight, missing this specific episode, but in the role of Atlas Darkmoor. Normally, Talia, Atlas is a traveling death knight with an ancestral sword and lots of family history. And we have Trent playing Dirt Hotbelly. His father is an angel, his mother is a volcano, and he's 100% half rock buddy. These players are here not just to play their characters. Part of the fun for me, and the reason I invited them to the show, is because I want them to invent and flesh out new details, to improvise other scenes and characters that I didn't plan, and all in all, make my job as Game Master more interesting and chaotic than it would otherwise be. The game system we're using is Macchiato Monsters. It's an old school game in the style of old Dungeons and Dragons. The character portraits are by Shani Grimm. Music is by tabletopaudio.com. All the links, if you want to go and check them out yourself, are down in the Twitch channel description and the YouTube video description. Now it is time for a word from our sponsor.
Why, hello. I'm Nanny Smellit, and I'm here to sell you some napkins and aprons. That's aprons and napkins. Or your domestic supplies. If you want an apron, you can come to me. If you want a napkin, that's also me. And if you buy both naprons and napkins, you can get a free orange.
But, Nanny, can I really have a napkin and an apron and an orange?
That's right. Special offer while stocks last.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Go now and get some for yourself before the end.
I take credit for 70% of that sponsorship.
You should.
All the perspiration was on you.
All of it.
All of it.
Okay. We are in the jungle. So our heroes are wading through the jungle. Well, not quite wading because Dirt's spell.
Do we got fun and games?
Do you have what?
Fun and games?
Fun
Is
and
it
games?
is it a mighty jungle?
Yes.
What am I missing?
Do
What
you
is?
hear the drum? Can you hear the love tonight?
Oh my God.
Can you hear the people sing?
Singing,
Do
welcome.
you have a fever?
It's just a normal jungle.
Is there a
Nothing
love track?
special
Good night.
about this jungle.
Is there a gym?
I got a fever. Ooh.
It is. It is a jungle full of fun guys, which you've already met. Some of you've already met. Barcadiles and glowing flowers.
The dropkick trolls.
And trolls, yes, and trolls. That's right. So yeah, it has all kinds of magical things. You're surrounded by thick undergrowth foliage and large gnarly trees. You are on the wagon, which can you still can drive through the jungle thanks to Dirt's spell. The spell that drained you of almost all of your hit points when you cast it just a little while ago, even just a few minutes ago when you started traveling through. This spell is causing, and still is, when you look ahead of you, you can see the plants being pushed aside as the ground, the earth itself, rearranges to create a path in front of you to make Marigold, your horse and the wagon that it's pulling, able to move through the jungle. You're there. You're competing with other groups. You don't know where they are, how far along they're going, but they don't have your spell, and they don't have your horse and your cart, your wagon. So
But they could use our road and then not need our horse or wagon.
it has been established that the road stays forever. So all the path that you walked through the jungle is now a comfortable, flat, pretty much straight road through. Yep. Grubble, yeah, you had a question or something?
While we're moving, since I'm just sitting on a cart, I thought I'd try and spend a bit of time seeing if I can fix this eyes pad that we've got with us. I need to find out how it broke, how to fix it, if I need to get new parts, or if I just need to fiddle with the bits we have and make them work together.
Triss will assist you by poking at it.
So I understand then that everyone except for Aklis, who's walking by Marigold, is actually on the wagon because Dirt climbed in there nearly unconscious after having cast a spell. And Wilk is always there.
It looks like, when you come home after a night of too much drinking and it's too early in the morning to come home and you crawl into bed and you just flop. That's what Dirt basically did into the wagon.
Okay.
And he looks over and he sees Grubble fiddling with his nuts and he's like,
And bolts.
Grubble, maybe don't play with your beats right now. Maybe you should wait until you get some personal time. They pass
He
out.
has so many bits and bobs. What's a bob?
I am quite all right. I shall walk alongside the wagon close to Marigold.
Marigold nuzzles
Triss.
up against.
I was just gonna say, normally Triss was having a conversation at Aklis, but I think the minute that Grubble starts playing with the iPad is the minute that Triss goes to support. All about supporting.
Sure. No problem. So you start examining it. It's gonna take a little while. While you're doing it, roll your intelligence with advantage because your trait is relevant. You do fail. It means you might actually. I'm trying to stay away from rolls where if you fail, just nothing happens. So it means you might make things worse.
No,
if you
let's
actually
have a
accept
roll
the
when
failure.
nothing happens.
There is an option always with failures to roll on the chaos table. Just as long as you remember.
Where everything becomes worse.
Triss was assisting, so wouldn't that have given, I don't know,
Oh,
some...
Third advantage.
I mean that's true, but double advantage doesn't stack. It just remains advantage. So
I just meant on the chaos table, maybe it doesn't make the chaos table go higher.
I don't think it's a thing critical enough to try and raise the...
But you are right that it takes the chaosometer down. It takes it to 8 because helping each other and giving each other advantage, even if it's mechanically, doesn't actually give advantage. It is relevant.
Triss is gonna do it as much as possible because Dirt's chaotic.
How do you help? Just give us a little description, Triss. How do you help Grubble?
I mean, I have a feeling that Triss is the reason why Grubble fails.
Maybe.
There's a possibility that where Grubble was, fiddling with the sort of metal or the glass, Triss thought that potentially poking it or even holding one of the screws was a good idea, and then it dropped it between the slats of the wagon.
It's also totally true that of all the schools of magic, the one that Grubble has the least respect for is divination, and there's definitely some kind of divination magic in here. He's like, people only do divination magic for the money, so it's just not. It's like it's like in other worlds where people just they go and study business studies. It's like they've got a career path in mind rather than a love of the subject.
Exactly, and that is definitely a divination artifact, a divination magic artifact, and that means that you don't gain a lot of insight before that happens, and you realize now some parts are missing. Did one of them clunk down between the planks of the wagon after Triss fiddled with it? Maybe there's a couple more missing. Were they missing before you even started fiddling with it? You're not sure at this point, but there's more than one part, and fixing it the traditional way is gonna take actual craftsmanship. You might want to be creative.
This I can't do it myself.
Maybe I could try. Give it to me.
I feel like just in general, we've all learned from furniture building a la Nokia that you don't need that many screws. So
So wait, this took several minutes. While this was happening, Dirt, you were slumped against the side of the wagon with Wilk next to you, sitting and looking down. She's sitting on the bench and she's looking down at you with a worried look. Her hand is darting in and out, trying to decide whether or not she wants to put a hand on you and feel, because it seems like you're so drained that you're almost out. The heat from the lava inside almost isn't visible or isn't tangible. So you so she's wondering consent. Whether or not to touch you, and she's not sure what to say.
It's okay. You can touch me. It's fine.
Oh. So she gently puts her hand against your shoulder, and she jumps and she yelps, but it's not because of the heat, it's because of you. And she says, I'm very impressed, Dirt, with the sacrifice that you made.
No, there's nothing like sacrificing yourself for the people that you love and the ones that are around you just by chance that happen to be there that you are not sure about how you feel about them yet.
I see.
It's an old family motto.
That is.
We have very different family mottos in my family.
Yeah, I bet. That's that one. Dirt's family motto that's a very elaborate motto. That's something.
It's true. We have a lot of different things that we say in the Hotbelly dynasty. That's right.
Wait, you're from a dynasty? Dirt, I didn't realize that you were from a noble family.
Everything around you is my family. Look around, and whatever you see, it is my great something, or a great something, or a distant cousin or something.
Right, but that just makes you sound common rather than exclusive.
We are dynastic, and I will not have this discussion again.
I think I might have hurt his feelings.
Is it because dynasty, or is dynasty something else?
It's a dynasty, it's like a family of great people who continue to be great no matter what, generation after generation.
Certainly there have been people who, after I have attacked them, have died nastily.
I think that makes sense. I mean, when we were with the endemic, sometimes we'd watch this show about people who were just a family, but they were very big, and they were in this place called Daxus? Texlas? I don't know. Anyway, they seemed very... I don't know. It was the name of the place they were at.
Okay.
Is it
Had a lot of cowboy hats.
No, we don't really wear hats in my family, but we do different things.
We do in mine.
You wear hats? What are you wearing a hat underneath your helmet? But a helmet and a hat. I have a halo sometimes, not right now, but it's there. Most of the time when I want it to be. If it's just a normal, day.
I thought your dad took your hat.
You know what? It's fine.
Is the
Not part of the dynasty.
the circle is the symbol of the dynasty?
No, he's not part of the dynasty. The dynasty is on my mother's side.
How come? Oh, so he's a commoner?
No, he's an angel.
A what?
An angel. An angel.
An angel? What do you mean, angel?
He is an. What do you mean? What do I mean? He is an angel. Like like the people.
Charlie?
What?
Like Charlie?
Who's Charlie?
Is it another show you've watched when you were with the endemic?
Charlie Triss.
Yeah. He was in charge of letting us watch the Talus show. I don't know what they was called, but we spend lots of time. Sometimes he'd tell us what to do over a speaker.
Oh.
No, that is not my dad.
Grubble is otherwise keeping super quiet because he's wanted Dirt to talk about his dad for a while now and knew it wasn't the time, so he's just sort of like letting Wilk lead.
The thing is, okay, my father was never really around for me because that's what happens when you are an angel, is that you have to not be on this realm for long periods of time. So I don't really know very much about him. And yes, it's true that I am, half rock body and at least half or maybe a quarter angel. I don't know exactly, but I don't know if my dad. I should probably try to find out that family lineage a little bit, but anyway, it doesn't matter because he's kind of a piece of shit, and I don't really like to talk to him if I don't really have to. And yes, it's true, I used to wear a halo, but now I tried to play frisbee with it, and then it broke, and my dad was like, you need to be more responsible or something, and I don't know, and I said, fuck you, go away. So I don't really talk about it ever, unless I get, tired.
So
Well,
what you're saying is, if I asked, can I see your halo, I can't.
No, not now.
Oh.
I'm very sorry to hear that, Dirt. It sounds like a complicated relationship, and maybe one that it's better off that you don't think about too much. Oh, I'm sorry.
Perhaps you could stop butting in where you're not well.
Dirt, please. And she just she leans forward and she puts two hands on your body, and light comes out. Oh my god. One. It's a little spark, a little bit of spark of light, and you heal 1 hit point.
And Dirt puts his rock thumb in his mouth and turns over and just cries himself to sleep.
Oh no.
Lava snot comes out from his nose.
She turns to you, to Triss and Grubble. Have I made things worse? Did I?
Yes, but I know you didn't mean to.
No, I didn't. I definitely didn't. I just wanted to help.
I know. You didn't, but the thought was nice.
Atlas holds out their hand, like not even looking, and Triss just sort of backs off of the wagon onto it and just back onto Atlas's shoulder.
Maybe, Wilk, we can just sort of leave Dirt alone for a bit.
While Dirt was crying, like the whole wagon was shaking, like tremoring, like it was magnematic.
It was a magnitude of
yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to say like
New with the silent P.
Enigmatic, whatever.
Pneumatic.
Yes.
Magnificent. So,
I think we probably lost a couple more of the little like screws.
Oh no! Yeah. Grebble's gonna try.
Without a doubt.
gather up the rest of the screws and things.
You didn't put them in place in time.
You're gonna put them in a bubble or something like
I'm gonna bubble up the leftover bits and just sort of keep them all together.
All right, it's about half of the little bits you had to begin with. So
no.
No, Grubble, I'll never talk about this. I'll never bring it up again. I never.
Just in general with Dirt, don't start a conversation with him until he starts one with you. Just for now.
At all?
No, I seriously, I think you might have annoyed him enough that just give him some space, you know?
Okay. I will. And if you do talk to him later, maybe tell him that I'm sorry for me.
Sure, I can do that.
Oh.
Perhaps, Wilk, you could maybe consider using that as a rule of thumb when you're speaking to all of us. From now on, just a little bit more respect.
To apologize?
No, just to wait until spoken to.
Oh, okay.
You can talk to me if you want to.
I've tried to stay out of your way to just observe. I've been silent for such long stretches of time. Sometimes it feels like I've actually been completely forgotten here in the wagon, and you just go off doing your own thing. And I'm perfectly fine with that.
We've noticed that, Wilk, because every time we seem to be in a fight for our lives, we can't find you to help.
While Wilk was talking, Marigold lifts up her tail and just horse apples.
But if you'd like to have a conversation with me, I'm fine with that as long as I'm not, busy.
Okay.
Or me.
So she asks you all about your time in the university, specifically the people that you knew there, who were your friends and what they were like. How much do you share? Do you get into it?
No, I don't think Grubble will really want to go into too much detail, but he will mention that he was friends with a man. He was friends with a half Minotaur called Kyldon, and it was not the healthiest of friendships because Kyldon liked a lot of pranks, and it meant that Grubble got into trouble more than he needed to, and so Grubble sort of when he left Magglehampton, he stopped talking to Kyldon completely, and Kyldon keeps trying to get back in touch.
Okay. So she listens intently, and you get the sense that she really is listening. Generally, when she's looking at you, even when she's quiet and off to the side, just looking at you talk among yourselves or do other things, not necessarily action or fighting, just doing interesting things while adventuring. You get the sense that she's really looking and listening and trying to learn and remember as much as possible about what it's like to be you. After like 10 or 15 minutes of that, you get the sense that she's also trying to steer the conversation towards whether or not you had any romantic relationships while you were in university or at any other point.
Right. Well, I wouldn't say that I'm the same person that I was back in my university days, but no, there was a girl I was close to, Melissa. She's a honeymancer, and I don't really want to talk about it. I was a bit of an ass to her, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm sure she didn't deserve the treatment that I gave her.
I'm sure you did your best.
No, I really didn't.
Well, I'm sure you had a reason.
Yeah, but it was a bad reason.
Well, I'm sure you apologized.
I tried to, but she wouldn't listen.
So I'm sure that you want to.
I do, yeah.
Okay, good.
I'd love to.
I was sure of that, and I'm happy to.
You were sure of a great many things, but you were wrong about some of them.
Okay. Okay. And she retreats into her own thoughts, and the conversation kind of quiets down. And you keep riding through the jungle. You walk to the south east. The path is not completely straight. Sometimes there's areas which are too thick with growth and have uneven ground or a very muddy area. And the spell apparently is aware enough somehow, or at least complicated or specific enough to be able to sense these areas and just drive you around them, bypass these difficult areas on which the ground itself is not enough to form a road, even if it was reorganized or moved. So you walk through, and slowly the sounds that you hear are only soft, squishy clops of Marigold's hooves on the ground, the creaking of the wheel axles of the wagon, Ackles' armor, the armor plates sliding, and the chain shirt underneath rattling a little bit, and all of these little sounds that you're used to when you're walking on your way. And slowly you become aware of more and more sounds of the jungle around you. The plants, the wind through the trees, and the fauna. Mostly invisible to your eyes, mostly behind cover, but still very much audible. Yeah, Dirk, you wanted to do something?
Is there such a thing as a short rest in this?
Nope. The parallel to short rest is just eating food, which gives you some hit points back. Also, what Wilk tried to do, not successfully. But that was an attempt. In fact, I think that she will clandestinely sneak, slide over to sit right on top of where you're lying down on the bottom of the wagon, and try to lean over without Grubble or Triss noticing, and touching you again. Let's see if she manages.
I mean, Triss isn't on the wagon anymore. Triss is chatting at Ackles, who I think is
cool.
trying not to listen to them.
So yeah, you do get 5 more hit points. So 1 from the previous attempt, 5 from this time. She is able to provide a little bit more.
Grabble's keeping his eyes open.
When you finally come to, Dirt, you are a little bit warmer, not as dim as you were before.
Oh, hey.
What?
Hey.
I'm not supposed to talk to you.
What do you mean?
That's not... Wilk, I said you're not supposed to start a conversation. You can respond to a conversation.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then yes. Hi.
Where are we?
Much deeper into the jungle. I don't recognize where we are.
Did you do something to me while I was asleep?
No.
I feel...
Yes, no, I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Okay. Dirt's gonna start eating some of his memorials.
Alright, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
And that's the last crumbs from the bottom of the can, of the box, and it's completely out.
Rebel's been keeping his eye out to see if he sees a sunny, wet place, because that's one of the things we were trying to do, to try and find a place to plant. Sorry, to plant the other seed, the used up life seed.
Sure.
She wants to give it I want to give it a home. It's home. It has to be the right home. I know what it looks like.
Yeah, and I was gonna say nothing around you looks anywhere like what the seed was imagining. So now the trees start getting bigger and smoother. They go straight up instead of being all weirdly shaped and gnarly. The bark becomes a little bit smoother, and they gradually become different kinds of trees. Imagine large redwoods. Maybe not quite as large right now, but slowly getting to be that size with a lot of space between them. Still with a lot of growth and bushes and roots and vines blocking your way, or at least except for the spell. But there's a lot more space between the trees, and you can see a lot farther. The air itself is hazy and is still partially blocking your sight. There's lots of little particles of earth and seeds from the plants and trees. It seems that the air itself even is alive. Even breathing it in feels like you're breathing something slightly damp and nurturing and full of life.
Grubble's gonna sneeze, and 2 bubbles are gonna come out when he does.
Do they hang like a little bit? Do they just like?
Nope, they just go straight out.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then float up.
At some point, a large deer hops by, stops, and watches you from afar for a few seconds, and then hops
What's
away.
up? Okay.
And
Rogue.
some more living things. Birds chirp on high branches. You even see a couple of monkeys swinging from branches, screaming at each other.
What's that? Grubble, what's that? And what's that? And what's that? Atlas, what's that?
Those are birds and monkeys.
But what's a monkey? Do you open doors with it?
No, that is a monkey. There.
It's so furry.
Yes.
Well, it's an animal. Animals often have fur.
Wilk, have you seen a monkey before?
Never. No. It's my first time seeing a monkey, and almost all of these things.
Look, did you know that that monkeys probably used to have a love life back when they were younger? You should probably go and ask them about them.
Well, maybe... No, I think I'm not interested in that at all. No, I just want to learn about the world. I just want to know facts about the world around me.
But at this point, Dirt has taken 2 little lava blobs and turned them into earplugs, because he hears both the sounds that everyone hears plus the translated into Earth understandable sound from all of these creatures and bugs and trees and rocks and everything else. And he hasn't learned how to tune them out properly yet, if he's not stoned.
That's true.
Get it? Stoned.
So even though you're walking through a much clearer jungle, it's still relatively dark. And when you look up, you see that there's still a canopy. The canopy looks like the branches of the trees, the tallest parts of the treetops, carry wide leaves that create a surface, just like a ceiling above you, like 20 meters above, and it blocks out most of the sun. There's just a little bit, some cracks between the wide, large, fleshy leaves above you. And when you look there, how about all 3 of you make wisdom rolls, and let's see what happens.
Hello. Tris did a bad thing.
Okay, so Grubble succeeded, Tris fumbled. So what that means is that Tris, you and Grubble, both of you see things jumping between the leaves. They are following you on your way. There's shadows of things walking and jumping from leaf to leaf. And when that happens to you, Triss, exactly, you do something that draws attention to you.
Hi!
That's very typical.
Was it a
voice
fumble or was it a character choice?
carries up and clearly heard. You see small brown faces appear from the top of the trees, and they look at you. There's two of these creatures, and then they just break through the leaves and start swinging down on ropes that are tied to something up there at the top of the tree. They start just swinging down, kicking themselves from the tree trunk to bring themselves down to ground level.
How big?
We're
Okay.
here! Hi! Triss, stop it.
How big are we talking? How big are these things?
They're normal human-sized.
Oh.
They reach the point where the ropes run out. They take out another rope, and one of them nails a piece of actually it's a wooden stake into the tree, and then they tie the rope onto it, and they slide all the way down, all the rest of the way to the ground.
I'd say probably Atlas reaches over to Marigold and stops her.
Mm-hmm. And then they smile, big smiles, and start walking towards you. They are dark brown color, the color of the earth in this jungle. They have long hair, and they're wearing simple clothes that are tied tight to their body so as to allow for as much flexibility and freedom of movement as possible. But they are very well covered, even gloves and high, their necks are covered, and they have hoods which are now down on their backs. And they are wearing shades, both of them. Their eyes are covered behind dark shades. They're smiling towards you. They're walking, they're waving their hands, and they say, "Oh, hi, hello."
Grubble stands up and comes to the back of the cart, because they're coming from behind us, right?
Sure, yeah, they're behind you.
Hello!
Hi there. You are visitors.
Yes, we are.
Oh, that is magnificent. Let us be your guides. We would like to introduce ourselves and say hi, and then maybe show you around this our home.
Well, we weren't planning on going to your home. We're planning on going through the jungle.
Oh, you must visit for a little while. If you are here with this vehicle, you must have been going through too many days, and you must have been tired, and after many nights out in the jungle with the rain and the humidity. No?
I want to see, and I don't think it's anything Grebble's particularly good at, I want to see if I can read their intention.
That's a wisdom roll, and it'll be a regular roll. You roll a 2, which is a success, which means that pretty much what you're thinking throughout the conversation is that nobody's that nice, really. They're very, very welcoming, and they don't seem to have any weapons at all. No way to defend themselves unless there's something small and concealed somewhere. So,
thank you.
What you say?
We thank you for your hospitality, but I do think we're going to keep going on our path.
Sure, you can go. You can go. So we will go with you. We will walk with you on the way.
No, thank you.
No?
Quite happy to explore by yourselves. It's part of the fun, you know?
Oh, okay. Yes, fun. Of course it is fun. Yes, just please tell me, what is this? And the one who spoke up to now, he gestures ahead, and it's unclear what he's pointing at. It's like he's pointing at Marigold, but something that's in front of her.
I'm Trisisteris, and this is Marigold, and this is our cart, and we're in the jungle.
But how is it walking? How is Marigold able to walk? And you carry the wagon.
She has feet.
No, I know what you mean, but you are not understanding the question. And they start walking around, like just passing by the wagon. They don't seem to be trying to keep a distance or be wary of you at all in any way. And they don't seem to notice that they're just walking between and around you. And they walk right by Marigold, and then he stops at the point where the path stopped when you stopped walking. The path created by Dirt's spell. What is this? Okay. This thing?
Well, it's been very nice meeting you, but we'd like to be on our way now, please.
Sure, yes, you will be on your way. It is all very good. Yes.
Okay,
just...
goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, goodbye to you as well. And they split apart and they just walk to two different directions and wait on two sides of the road as you, I guess you start.
The other one speaks up. The other one speaks up, says, "Wait, what? Are you just going to let them leave again?"
Well,
I don't understand. I thought we were going to have new friends, maybe have a little bit of something to eat.
Every time with this thing, it's like, why are you the one that gets to be the one that always does the talking?
I am sorry. Maybe it should be you next time. But how often does it happen? Two groups on one day they go through. It is very unusual, and I am afraid until next time it is going to be very long.
You lost the first group too, and now we're just here with just us again, and we will never make any new friends.
I am sorry, Rory. I am very, very sorry. Huh?
Did you say two groups have been through here?
Yes, there is one group who went through, and they also did not want to talk, and now your group, and you don't want to be our guests and come to have a dinner with us. It is very disappointing.
What is on the menu?
Oh, yes. We collect food from the tops of the trees. There is both meat and a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables.
We're big on seeds. We do many seeds. We have many appetizers. It's meat.
And the way that we cook them, you should see the way that Shim-Sham cooks them. He wraps them in the leaves and then he puts them into the ground above the coals.
It is.
We do the pit, and you've never had anything until you've had a Shim-Sham pit.
I lean over to Aklis and I'm like, I don't trust them.
No, me either, but they said there was already one group through here, so I think we should ask them who.
What do they look like? The ones before? Did they look like us? What were they?
Yes, the leader was also with the black armor with the scary face. And it was just looked like you. It is very very surprising. Are you on a pilgrim? Are you on the way to a temple or to pray or to do a holiday?
Yes.
I don't...
Something of that nature.
Oh, nature. It is to do with nature. Good, very good. We are also all to do with nature. Very good. We are happy to hear. So, how about the food?
I don't pray. We've been talking about it, and I don't understand if I can pray. I don't understand what you pray to. What do you pray? Is there a temple?
Oh, we are not praying to other entities above us, gods or the angels or like that. We are serving the nature, the natural world around us.
Dirt sits up, and as he does, he kind of like goes to get out of the cart, and it tips him out. And but it's very smooth. He's just like a lazy boy that like pops up and just you jump out of it. It's like you're saying that you're friends of the nature. Do you know the mushrooms?
Oh, Well, yes, we do. We don't try to stay away. We do not like very much. This is why we are up.
What
They,
do you
they
mean?
tend to have problems with our heads with everything around us. If you fall out of a tree once, you've fallen out of a tree twice.
Oh yeah, very unpredictable the results. Sometimes people act weirdly, and also they are new. They didn't used to be here before. They just came. It's one day they were here, and suddenly they are all about trying to make us pick them up, eat them, talk to them. It's very weird.
I've
Have
only
you
fallen
found the
out.
mushrooms?
Bad sport.
I've only fallen out of a tree once.
Well, you'll fall out of one a second time, especially around these mushrooms.
But I mean, I haven't though. So
Well, it is
You
only
said-
a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Then that's what it means.
right.
Grubble and Oculus, don't you need to I don't know, stop to have some food or something? I think maybe, even though that I can't eat the fruit and the meats and the trees and the stuff that they're talking about, maybe we could stop and climb up the trees and see what it is that they're saying. This Shim-Sham pit seems pretty cool.
Grebble's gonna lean into Dirt, and say, "Dirt, I don't trust these people."
Dirt starts climbing a tree.
What's your name? I said my name was Trisisterus.
Dirt.
Dirt is unable to just climb one of these trees. They're
He's trying.
large sequoias with bark that's doesn't provide a lot of handholds. So what you
Dirt's gonna
see
start
is Dirt
making his
hugging a
own
tree and
wall.
slowly scraping it with his arms. That's what happens. He's not climbing
Dirt!
the tree.
He's making holds from his lava spit. He's
Yes.
just- yeah.
Oh,
He's
please,
basically
please.
killing. Don't kill the tree.
No,
Don't kill
please
the
do
tree.
not do this. No. First you change the ground and you make it into a line which there was no line before. Now you are making the tree hiss and become dry. No, please, please. And he tries very, very gently, without touching you, just like to shoo you away from the tree. Just like to shoo you away.
The other one comes on the other side and like makes the gesture just like on the other side. Just
Please, please.
please,
Which-
please.
which-
It is not. It's too.
Which way do you want me to go? You
Dirt,
want to say
please,
this way,
please.
you want to say this way.
Dirt, please.
Police!
No, it's just they're saying please. I'm also saying please. There's three people saying please to you.
But what is it that you want me to do? I'm getting mixed signals here.
Just,
Dirt,
just
come over here for a second.
yes.
Okay.
Whew, okay.
Let-
Let me introduce ourselves because I see we have already become such good friends and such interesting deep conversation. Really with lots of.
We are not friends.
Oh, we are excellent friends, but also
We're
don't-
all friends.
we don't
We're all
I like
friends
them.
here in our jungle.
exactly. It is all
We are not
friendly.
friends.
Shim-Sham.
But I
I'm
want
not-
you. But I want you to hear a bit about us.
I'm not even friends with these people. I am certainly not your friend.
We're acquaintances.
Well, how about you tell me who you are, and we'll tell you who we are. We will start.
You know-
We are Shim-Sham. We are people of the top of the forest. We used to inhabit this whole jungle, live on the floor, but we migrated a couple of generations. We migrated up. We now live exclusively up there.
When you say you're Shim-Sham, is that like your first name, your surname, or the type of thing you are?
Oh, we are all Shim-Sham.
We are all Shim-Sham. Sometimes we are Fim-Fam, but only every second Wednesday.
I too am Shim-Sham. Me too. We're all Shim-Sham.
How many of you
More
are there?
faces from above. Yeah, they.
Oh, they're above. Okay.
Shim-Sham. Hello, Shim-Sham.
So it is
Shim-Sham.
both. It is your name and also your species.
It is also a family name. It is also a name. Also, it is a greeting. Shim-Sham.
Shim-Sham.
Shim-Sham?
It starts echoing Shim-Sham, 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 Shim-Sham.
And now who you are?
I'm Trisisterus.
It is nice to meet you,
And this is
Trisisterus.
Marigold.
My name is Grubble, and I am a quarterling.
I don't understand. You are Trisistris and you are Grabble and you are Marigold. How is it that you are this and you are that? What are you, all of you?
Well,
It
we're all
means
different.
2046.
Well, then there is a great number of you then, which is good to hear. A large family is always good news and good to have around. But what is
Like,
all
if you're paying
family?
attention, Triss gets like very sad and deflated and kind of like hides into Atlas's neck.
Oh. So what is all of family? Tell me what is name of all of family.
Agents of Chaos.
Ah, Agents of Chaos. All right, very good. It is
But
good.
but not Marigold and not Wilk.
Oh, so
I also would not describe myself quite by that term.
well, it seems we
Nobody
are
would.
back. We are back where we started.
We don't really have like a group name yet. We've been
we are.
trying to think of one, but we are just these questers who roam the world of Yalpelor, trying to do things to help people and help ourselves and grow a little bit. But my name is Dirt, and these other people already said their names, but we don't really have like a group name. So we're just questers of Yalpelor.
Okay, that's good. I do not judge. Maybe you don't have, you don't know yet what is the name. I say maybe we talk about this, huh?
What's in the name?
No, I'm afraid we gotta go. We gotta keep going. I mean, I'm trying to be polite and say goodbye, and yet the conversation appears to continue.
Because we are such good friends, almost family members. But I
No.
This is true,
understand
Rebel. We are all
Absolute-
pretty good friends now.
you need
You
to
are almost
not my
Shim-Sham.
family.
almost Shim-Sham, almost. But if you need to go, you go. If you come upon a pit with a pot that is boiling hot and letting off steam, do not touch. It is our dinner.
Okay.
And
right.
every time they say Shim Sham, you just hear from like all through the treetops.
Right, Marigold, let's keep going.
Dirt doesn't get in the wagon.
Hey, it was nice to meet you.
I feel bad for burning the tree. I think I could probably do something about that.
Well, the tree will heal eventually. Maybe one of us will be able to. I am not myself a druid, but we have. But what will you do?
I don't know. I just, here's the thing. And he comes close and he gets quiet. It's like,
Oh, he gets close to you as well. Just like
so here's the thing, right?
yes.
I have this new powers where it's how I made the path that we are walking on, and I can like make cracks in the ground, and I can hear the trees and the bugs and the nature and the monkeys and all of the things. I could talk to them in Earth language, and I don't know. I think maybe I'm also a bit of a healer, so I think maybe that I can combine those two things into being able to heal also the nature.
Well, it is for Shim-Sham, and then the other one also whispers from the other side, Shim-Sham. It is a very good portent for one of us to be able to hear the sound of the nature around, and being able to talk to them and to talk with them and to receive answers as well to your questions. Usually these Shim-Sham, they become our druids, our teachers and our leaders.
Okay, so you want me to be your leader? I could probably do that.
Ooh, I think maybe if you are you don't have a name of a family yet, your family, and you are not sure what it is, good for you maybe to be their druid. Go with them and give them a name. If you give them a name, you will be like father.
But I was married once, and I don't really want to make a bigger family. I come from a pretty big family, a dynasty actually. Father issues and things. So I'm pretty set on being, single and ready to mingle.
Well, I only understand maybe half of what you just said. It is sounds like a great adventure, and I wish you as much luck as you want during this adventure. Only I ask of you one thing before you go.
Anything.
Please try to keep the nature as you found it. It is our way, the Shim-Sham. We try to leave the jungle around us, to leave the jungle as we found it, the same state, with no marks of our passing, nothing left behind, to even be a mark that we were here, as little as possible.
Here's the thing. Do you remember earlier when Tris was like, we are agents of chaos? So chaos is kind of more my thing, like, doing things without thinking, and then like leaving long permanent destruction behind me where I go. So I can try, but it's going to take some time. Look, I don't know how to use any of these powers, so it's probably have you heard of the term learning curve?
No?
Pretty steep learning curve with this magic, this new thing that I can do. But yeah, and the mushrooms, they were like, oh, you'll figure it out, but so far I'll let it sleep. So I can try to continue to work on it, but no promises.
So yes, of course, do all of that. Again, I only understand some of what you said. I do not know any knowledge of what is chaos. But
that is the learning curve.
You go ahead. You go ahead and you do what you need to do.
Okay. Hey, I have an idea. What if I call my family over there the learning curve?
It rolls off tongue, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it works.
Okay. Well, we'll think about it. I am not the leader of this group. That would be Grubble, but
But you can be father.
But I don't need to be father. I don't have any plan, to procreate as of.
If you give name,
so many words.
If you give name, you father. This is what.
That really true? Is that how it works?
This is the way of Shim-Sham.
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 Okay. Well, then, okay. Then maybe I will think about it more before I commit to such a big commitment. Because that seems like a lot to handle, and I don't know if I'm ready to do that right now. Steam starts like coming out from like the cheeks, and dirt starting to get a little like whatever the social version of claustrophobia is. I guess it's anxiety, but yeah, it starts happening. Okay, it was pretty good. All right, yes.
Nice meeting you. He waves to all of you.
So I guess we're not eating.
The rest of us are about 20 meters away because we started to leave and then we saw dirt wasn't leaving, and we've gone a bit of a distance.
Okay. So they climb up back on the tree. They're extremely dexterous, and they pick up the rope, and then they take out the wooden nail that they stuck in the trunk of the tree, and leave almost no sign of their passing when they go up. You hear them shout another series of Shim-Sham, Shim-Sham, Shim-Sham before they run away and their shadows disappear. Where to?
They were very nice.
I just had a sense, and I don't know exactly what it was. I just felt like that niceness had something underneath it that was less nice.
But doesn't it always have something? Look, we all have things that we're trying to achieve, and we can't always just say it right up front. Like, look at Wilk over here. She's clearly trying to, steal your identity or something like that. She's trying to ask you all about your past and your ex-lover. So, and me about my father. It's like she's trying to glom on to our universe.
Maybe she just likes history.
No, I agree with Grubble. I think I agree with Dirt that she seems a little sketchy.
Right. Okay. Not something I'd seen, to be honest.
Well, you should probably pay more attention. But for me, I like it. She touched me.
She
Not many.
touched you, Grubble. Are you okay?
She
Are you all
slides
right?
down on the
touch me.
bench until she's just lying down on the bench of the wagon, trying to hide from as many of you as possible.
She didn't touch me. She touched dirt.
But it's fine. I told her that she could. Not many people can touch me, and it's sad because I really, really give good hugs.
It's true. You did give.
I'll
Good.
give you a hug, Dirt.
No, don't. Just be careful.
Triss is fine. Triss literally just launched themselves off of Atlas and floated over, and they just sort of flump on the top of your head.
Not a mark. Fine.
And then when Triss felt like they'd given a particularly good hug, he went, okay. And then they jumped back onto Atlas. And I think they probably missed, but Atlas sort of grabbed him.
Jada, can you describe what that would feel like for Dirt to have Triss on his head?
You know what it feels like sometimes when there's just almost like a gossamer shield? If you've been married, right? Dirt's been married, a veil. It kind of just feels like there's a veil, just it's a little warm because Triss has been figuring out warmth, and I think Triss would pull in some of the warmth of your lava. So it just sort of feels like a warm gossamer shawl, like spider silk, like you've walked into a cobweb.
But if Triss was pulling my warmth into Triss, then it probably felt cold.
You feel cold. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not pulling
when you blow on someone in the sauna.
Yeah, but not sticky or sweaty, just more nice.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you blow on people in saunas? Is this a question I should ask?
A lot. If you get close and you go if you blow in one spot, it just starts burning hot.
Ah! Okay.
So are you the mean dad in the sauna? Do you go over to your daughter's heh?
No, not at all. In the sauna, I'm all business.
I love how relevant our life experiences are to this game. I love it. How useful.
I like how Jada's well, you've been married, right? Dirt's been married. It's like a veil. As if that's any kind of reference that Trent or Dirt would understand.
Well, maybe at Dirt's wedding.
Yeah, Dirt's wedding.
Wore a veil.
Yeah, how he wore a halo. Why wouldn't he have been able? Why wouldn't he put a veil on the halo?
Just
So that he was
stick a veil over the top of the halo, the burning halo.
First of all, let's leave the fashion backstory to let's gently decorate that.
Oh, forget father issues. What was Dirt wearing in the wedding? Okay.
Not much.
Clearly,
A long flowing
Dark strategic moss.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So
People were
when you
holding
put
the end of
moss
the
on
moss
a
goes all the
halo.
way along the floor.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay,
I
it's
think
soft.
mermaid
It's soft.
friend.
Bottom line, it feels soft. That's it. That's enough.
Moving on.
It's very, very soft.
It's like a mermaid trim.
So now, after you've made Wilk almost shrink down into a prune with embarrassment, and she's just gonna be gone for a while, not speak up or meet anybody's eyes, do you just keep walking, or do you do anything more specific?
Dirt's gonna go talk to Wilk.
Okay.
I'm
Wilk.
Okay.
Yeah, while walking, Dirt's gonna hop onto the cart. Wilk, what's wrong? What's the matter? Are you mad that I pointed out your thing that you're doing?
No.
your sketchiness.
Are you embarrassed?
Wait. Is this a conversation that you intend to have away
Privately?
from the other part?
Yeah,
of
it's probably just
Okay.
Okay. never mind.
Triss
Actress
has
is
definitely come over to pat, to give Wilk a hug. Triss feels pretty bad.
What does it feel like?
To Wilk, I think it feels cool and calming, maybe. But also, Triss isn't quite giving a hug. Triss is patting on the head, and I don't know if Wilk noticed. So you just sort of see part of Triss is just patting, sort of like they've seen Atlas pat Marigold. So they're patting at Wilk's head a little bit, but it's not in the right spot. You would normally be oh, there.
It's like how when
Triss
you
doesn't
pat
get
someone on the head at a wedding. It's like that.
Exactly. But more
You've
to the
been married,
side.
right? So
Okay.
you know what it's like.
It's soft. Anyway, She says, no, it's not because you pointed it out, no.
So what is it? Why won't you tell us more about yourself?
What's your social security number and your mother's maiden name?
Maybe let's just start with like where you're from.
Well, gladly.
Don't just say I'm no. Don't just say I'm no. Don't do that thing where you just say I'm no.
That thing.
Be open, be honest.
I wasn't gonna say anything like that. No, I think that I'm from the realm of the gods. I think that's where I'm from.
Which gods?
We're going through that again.
Which gods?
There's a dancer and a prancer and a
vixen.
Bolo, Radite, and Een. Those are the gods.
Okay.
Are there only those gods, or are there other gods?
No, I know that there are other gods. I'm not sure how many or what they are and what they're in charge of.
What is your purpose down here in Yalpelor? This is not the realm of the gods, you know.
I am terribly afraid that my purpose has already been completed. That it was only about that bit where with the boyer in the forest.
So
I'm afraid I was sent down to do this and then just discarded.
So do you want... Okay, here's the thing is, I don't think that most of the people in our party are really very fond of you. But I'm actually starting to grow on you. Is that what they say?
Well, as far as I know, yes.
There's a small piece of moss on Wilt's shoulder.
See?
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Here's the thing. Look, if you want the people, we are very transparent in this group. We are open about all of our pasts, and we talk about everything freely. And no one is afraid to share their feelings or their purpose or their, their goals, their desires. We are just very, very open with each other. So if you want to be here more longer time and just sit in our wagon, then you should probably start talking.
Okay. So I'll start talking, which means I can start talking to you without you starting the conversation?
What are you talking about?
While you're out, Grubble told me never to talk to you, but actually to anyone, to any of you without, not to start conversations with you, just to have you start conversations.
Listen, come here. Grubble is a piece of shit, okay? Nobody likes him. So you don't need to listen to what he says.
Dirt!
Shh. Just wait. And I love to talk to people, and almost as much as Tris. And Grubble, he's not really a bad guy, but he doesn't really like me. So I think it's fine if we just say, let's be open and honest and talk to each other. You don't need to worry if I don't want to talk to you, I just won't talk to you. But you can always talk to me.
I see. Okay. I now understand that I'm traveling with a group that's very different from what I thought about you when you saved me from that terrible beast in the forest.
What was it that you thought?
Well, I saw in front of my eyes a team that seemed to work very well together, and I kind of just realized or just assumed that it was because you were traveling a long time with each other.
Not that long, no.
So maybe that's what I'll try to do. I'll try to be nice and talk about myself and ask you questions about yourselves.
That's very good. Not too personal though, like start slow. Like, what is your favorite color? Talk about the weather, what it is that your purpose is here on this realm. These kinds of things, not too deep.
At this moment, Dirt, there is something that grabs your attention because you're still not capable of filtering these sensations flowing in from the living jungle around you. You you realize that there's something big and shining and radiating life that's away, just in the direction where you're going. Maybe you need to steer a little bit to the right, and you'll go right in the direction of that thing. It's something that's not. It's like having the sun in the sky. You cannot look at the sun, but you can't run away from the light. It's all around you, and it's like a wave, an unending wave of life coming in. And it's not above. It's not in the sky. It's like right ahead, straight ahead.
Does anybody else see that thing?
The what?
Hello?
The thing.
What's going on?
It's like, you know when you have to wake up in the middle of the night to pee? You go out of the tent and then it's just super, the moon is so bright or whatever, and it's like you can't see anything. That's what it's like.
Right, what's causing that then?
I'm asking. I can't see it. I think I have to sneeze.
Do you think it's your
Lava.
your earth powers? Do you think maybe it's the tree? Maybe we're reaching our destination.
But can you not see it?
No, not at all.
Okay, maybe it's the tree. I'm so confused.
I'm sorry, Dirt. I think we're gonna have to go towards it.
Okay.
Is there any way we can like put something over your eyes?
Agnes, let me use your helmet.
That's
I
not
think
going to
not.
happen.
They say twice.
Yeah,
Okay.
You just hear like, I think not. Nope. Think nope.
that's not going to happen.
Marigold, let me use your blinders. Okay, then nope, nothing we can do.
I could make a bubble to go over your eyes.
Hey, do you know that those guys that we were talking to? They had shades on. Do you remember?
It's true. Friend plan.
It's not your eyes which
Shim-Sham.
are a problem. I used the sunlight as an analogy, but it's your new sense. It's your Earth Whisperer sense that's being washed by this energy.
So I don't think the shades will help. But you know what? I can just rock it out.
Okay.
You know, toughen up and be a rock is what my mom used to say all the time.
Pebble up.
No, toughen up.
Harden
not
up.
Not everything in our language is rock based.
That's actually a little surprising to me.
Well, don't be a boulder.
All right, so you keep going. The road keeps forming around you gradually as you walk. You are still walking in a warm environment, warm weather, and it's a little bit humid. For those of you who care about such things, it's still a little bit uncomfortable.
Aklis, your sibling might be ahead.
I don't think I like that idea.
That's all. Sorry, carry on, Game Master. I apologize for interrupting.
Cool. And so I'm just reminding you that there's still hours of walking ahead of you just before the day ends, before the sun goes down. By the time you're done, all of you were walking some of the day, riding some of the day, so you all have, except for Wilk, you all have tired, aching feet, and the sweat. Well, it's not all of you. It's never all of you that have anything, but those of you who have feet and who do sweat
And who
feel
do
it,
tire.
feel the effects of walking all day, and you definitely are happy to stop for the night. You've made some progress towards that beacon of life force, Dirt, but not particularly close yet, even after having walked another half day after you've started feeling it. Then you all camp and go to sleep. And the next thing that is supposed to happen...
Tris is awake.
Yeah.
And Grubble does a clean the sweat off himself spell before he goes to sleep.
Dirt just passes out on a rock.
Cool. So let's do the healing in a bit before we in the beginning of the next session after you wake up. The next thing that's gonna happen in the morning is something that requires the in-person presence of Aklis. So that means that today this is going to be the end of today's episode. And I want to say thank you very much for...
Wait, isn't there still like a 5-minute scene between the Shim-Sham that we have to see?
Shim-Sham pot.
No.
That's...
Bits, no.
Yeah. So I would have gone with it. Anyway, so... So I want to say something that I did this week that we only tried once in the past. This is the second time we tried it. I asked for people online to send suggestions, to make suggestions about elements that I'm going to have to put in the adventure. And I did it for today's session. This time it was in Reddit, in the RPG the general RPG subreddit. And many people gave suggestions. I want to say thank you to Lost Vanship Pilot, who gave the winning suggestion, who got the most upvotes, the most points, and eventually was selected. It was a super friendly, always hospitable, completely peaceful and polite village Aboriginal hunter-gatherers, and they made their way into the session because I really liked that suggestion, but also because I had to, because the rules of the format is that I have to get whatever gets the most votes in. I actually took a couple more suggestions also of things that I really like that are going to appear in the future. Some of them maybe in the very next session, actually quite likely. Some maybe more distant in the distant future. But expect more of these little games with the audience in maybe they'll all be in the RPG subreddit, maybe they'll be in other subreddits as well, and if you catch them you can make a suggestion and have something be featured in the session without my it's gonna be your choice, the audience's choice. Shim-Sham was invented by you my players, my wonderful players.
The name.
The name itself.
Shim-Sham.
I was trying to say the Hebrew word for the day before yesterday, but I forgot what it was.
It's not that far. Yes. Shim-Sham, which it's called that. You meant it's called that because they cook it since the day before yesterday. It takes 2 days to
cook.
So it's Shim-Sham stew, which is the stew from Shim-Sham. So that's also it's a fourth meaning in the language. Shim-Sham is also the day before yesterday.
Yep.
In their language. All right, cool. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. A few details about when we're actually going to be off the air. I'm not going to be streaming this Saturday night because it's Passover Seder, which is a big deal, and is going to prevent me from being online.
Seder?
Seder. In fact, I know her very well.
Flower or rising or...
We're gonna do everything. Yep. Thank you, Sid Still Behave. Thank you for NDNB who followed us during today's episode. NDNB, hope to see you in future episodes. Click the YouTube button and see all the previous ones. You can catch up on all the previous adventures by the questers in the show up till now. And thank you everyone who watched us tonight. This was a lot of fun. Tris,
we have one more announcement.
About 2 weeks from now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so 2 weeks from now also we're going to be off. It's going to be...
Or as we say in the UK, in a fortnight.
In a fortnight. We're going to be off. We're not going to do our usual show. I haven't completely decided yet if we're going to do maybe a one-shot, one thing with only... a few maybe guest players, something else in the world of Yalpelor, and some of you will be missing because of Easter, but maybe some other people will be on. Trent, yeah.
When was the last time that you streamed?
I streamed my solo stream.
Yeah,
it was last Saturday night.
Oh, Shim-Sham.
Yep.
Exactly. He streamed on Shim-Sham.
Just like one of us. Oh, and congratulations, I'm not a ghost anymore. This is the first day I managed to do the green screen properly. All right, that's a lot of announcements. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. It was fun, and we'll be back next week with another session. Same place and time. This right here, Twitch channel, 8:30 Israel and Finland, 7:30 CET, 6:30 GMT. Be there. Watch us. And until next week, stay safe and play hard.
And have a nice Passover.
Wear a mask.